Let your hair down time. Taibu Mu'addib right here. Time to let your hair down, man. Mastermind teachings for all. We're gonna cap off tonight. Power on. What up, y'all? We're gonna cap off tonight with some amazing comeback stories because I want you to be a comeback story by diving into your mastermind thinking. Mastermind level of thinking, everyone. Let's go. Type it up to yourselves tonight. You can continue to watch on YouTube by subscribing at Win with Taibu. I need that 1,000 subscribers. Let's go. When you hear the sound, write it down. Tonight, we're going to look at an amazing sports comeback that's recent and some Hollywood's comeback as far as careers. Now, I'm eating ice cream because it's hot in Texas. So don't mind me smacking in your ear as I enjoy over on YouTube these amazing comebacks. God's been good to me. I myself am an amazing comeback. You are an amazing comeback. If you went through something and you did not lay it down, give up, quit, kept fighting, you're an amazing comeback. Give it up for yourselves. I'm not going to keep you long, just long enough to say, go over to YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube page, Win with Taibu, just like over there on TikTok. If you're a TikTok subscriber, you're going to get a treat because, like I said, I need your subscribers. When I get y'all subscribing on my YouTube page, my TikTok page, then I'm going to do something special for you guys. Behind the scenes workouts. All right, though. Love mint chocolate chip. The best ice cream ever. Love the minty freshness. That Byers all white mint chocolate chip. Tick tock, gunshot. It's that booyah. Taibu Mu'addib here, certified goal achievement coach. Go to YouTube and watch as I break down some amazing comeback stories, starting with this year's Indiana Pacers. The Pacers woke up the NBA with their run and gun offense and their tenacious defense. They stayed all over people. Many of you who are aged like I am remember the old UNLV squad that used to basically just run teams out the gym. And I think a lot of coaches are trying to get athletic players to imitate that because in basketball, it's a very effective way to win games. How's everybody doing over there on TikTok, YouTube? Watch the whole show by subscribing to my YouTube page. I need to get to 1,000 over here on YouTube. So all of you subscribe preview watchers, finish watching over here on YouTube to get the full effect. Cash at me, Coach Taibu. If you feel like you're being given something, go ahead and give that back. I'd appreciate it. And I celebrate all of you tonight because you're all masterminders if you join this podcast. The last mastermind show I'm going to do, you guys were coached for free the last 3 weeks. Just the entry-level stuff, not the real deal, but just enough for you to know that I am the real deal and I can help you reach and achieve your goals. I'm going to share this screen. We're going to go to talk about the Pacers. I'm not going to keep y'all long. You know me. I talk a lot, but tonight I'm going to go ahead and show and prove. When you get over here to YouTube, it says how the Pacers pulled off a comeback never seen before in NBA history. Shout out to the Pacers. Their season, even though they didn't win the championship, was something to celebrate. I'm fond of Indiana. Spent many years there. like eons ago, but I was there. And I got it popping. For real. But I digress. Entering Wednesday, teams leading by at least 14 points. In the final 2 minutes and 45 seconds of the fourth quarter had been 994-0 since play-by-play tracking began in 1997 and 98. Game 1 of the 2025 Eastern Conference Finals between Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks will be remembered by basketball fans for a long time after the most unbelievable comebacks in NBA history. After the Knicks' 138-135 overtime loss to the Pacers, those teams are now 994-1. Good job, Indiana. Before the comeback could begin, New York first needed to take a substantial lead, starting when star guard Jalen Brunson went to the bench with his fifth foul. The Knicks somehow pulled off a 14-0 run to go up 108-92 with 7 minutes and 24 seconds to go. That run was punctuated by a peak New York sequence. Rugged defense that ended up in the layup. The Indiana comeback truly began in earnest with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. That was when guard Aaron Nesmith hit his first three-pointer of the quarter to cut the lead to 113-101. After the teams traded buckets, Nesmith hit another three with only 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go, only for Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton to trade long balls the next two possessions. With 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in regulation, Nesmith hit his third three ball of the quarter to make it a 119-111 game. Nesmith was far from finished. After a Pascal Siakam free throw and a Brunson layup, Nesmith connected again from deep to make it 121-115 with 51 seconds to go. 51 seconds to go. The shot clock in the NBA is like 20, 24 seconds. Half of what the game was left to go. Now, the Knicks got a little breathing room with a Karl Anthony Towns hook shot, except by this point, Nesmith was on another plane of existence, and his fifth straight three-pointer to make it a 5-point game with 30 seconds to go. At this point, you would expect North to literally let anybody else on the Pacers shoot. But after a turnover on the ensuing possessions, Nesmith shook loose, thanks in part to a Josh Hart stumble, for a 6-deep shot of the fourth, making it a 123-121 with 22 seconds to go. The next 15 seconds of the game turned into a free throw contest, one that New York lost. On the next three possessions, the Knicks went 2 of 4 from the foul line, while Indiana went 2 of 2. That meant with roughly 7 seconds to go, the Pacers only trailed 125-123. That set up this absolutely bonkers shot by Halliburton, who tried to win the game with a three, only for his toe to be on the line.
Indiana with it.
Let's watch.
Halliburton. He'll take it. He'll backpedal a three for the win. And oh! He got it!
Wow. So his foot was on the line. It looks like, absolutely. The defining stretch came in the final minute of overtime when Indy trailed by 1, but both times scored after beautiful ball movement. After a land by Andrew Nemhard, it was 136-135 with 26.7 seconds to go. The Knicks couldn't score on their last 2 possessions. The Pacers escaped with a first of its kind comeback. Stop sharing right there. So what that means for all of us is that you keep fighting. You keep fighting. You keep moving forward. You keep moving the needle forward. I mess around and dehydrate on y'all. But seriously, as we move on to the Hollywood stars that made great comebacks, people are doing what they're supposed to do. They're positioning themselves to stay ready. Sometimes just staying ready, waiting for the call, waiting by the phone for the call, sometimes that's enough. So let me go on here. I'm just going to share this side by side. The greatest Hollywood comebacks of all time. So people whose careers went in the tank, and then all of a sudden they resurged. Out of all the actors that have made commercials, a couple of commercials, folks kind of remember you a little bit from the commercials. All the people that act, all the extras in movies. You know, many people don't know Tupac was an extra in a group called Digital Underground. That's how he got his first big break. Just being visible, being seen. A comeback. Maybe you're a parent and you kind of lost your way with your child, no matter what age. Maybe you're a parent and you lost your way with the child and you want to be a comeback story. You want to remold and reshape that relationship with your child. You have to stay ready. Make sure you watch me on YouTube, Win with Taibu, for the full scoop. But as a parent myself that wasn't always in the home with my children are like, what do you mean you have expectations? Yes, I have expectations. I expect things from you. And they're like, well, how can you expect things from us? You wasn't here. And I tell them, I'm here now. And I have the right as your father to expect things from you because half of me is in there. I'm going to always talk to the half of me that's in you. You got to figure it out with the mom's half. Got to figure it out with her half. Absolutely. But I'm going to always appeal to the dad half because you see it. You see it every day. You see how hard I go. You see my level of productivity. You see how I create content. You see the things that I'm doing as a parent. So I have the right to expect you, the me in you, to respond to what I'm giving you. That's how I parent my kids from outside the home. If you're a parent and you lost your way with your child and you want to have a comeback story, And I'm telling you right now, I'll hook you up. Get on the coaching program, Total Body Blueprint. But that's what we're just going to start at. The program is real. I want it to be for you. The greatest Hollywood comebacks of all time. Come on over here and look at it with me. You got Doogie Howser, and 30 years later, he's back doing this thing in a different but very successful sitcom. Robert Downey Jr., breakfast type of dude, come back and he's the powerful superhero. It says the son of notoriously bizarre underground filmmaker Robert Downey Sr. RDJ was associated with the Brat Pack in the 1980s, appeared in films like Less Than Zero and Weird Science. Yes, Weird Science. Yes, Weird Science. He was the bully. In the 90s, RDJ's career was characterized by flamboyant drug problems, multiple arrests that culminated in a 3-year prison sentence. So, Robert Downey Jr. went to jail. One of my favorite Avengers went to prison just like I did. Isn't that something? This was later reduced to 1 year plus a hefty fine. Well, it's good to be, European if you're going to commit a crime. That's for sure. Since 2003, RDJ has been sober and become a more beloved public figure than ever. In 2008, he won the hearts and minds of filmgoers all over the world with his portrayal as Tony Stark in the Marvel's Iron Man films, and was nominated for his third Oscar for his role in Oppenheimer. So yeah, super huge star. We love his acting. He's the real deal. Miss Drew Barrymore. Sorry, I got chocolate chips in my teeth. Drew Barrymore was definitely one of the youngest people in the industry to go nuts and make a full recovery. She's been starring in movies ever since early childhood and published a drug memoir at the tender age of 14. As a child, she was Hollywood's adorable Muppet Duar, appearing in Cat's Eye, Firestarter, and Steven Spielberg's E.T. Those was big films. E.T. was a big film. Firestarter, big film. Known for precocious and rebellious behavior, Barrymore's career ground to a halt in 1989 when she was forced into rehab twice, once for cocaine addiction and a second time for trying to kill herself. Again, this mastermind series is for all of you out there who are about to quit or give up. Definitely for folks that are considering self-harm. I want you to consider redirecting the energy and thinking like a mastermind because it's in you to do so. Barrymore's public image turned around in 1995 when she starred alongside Whoopi Goldberg and Mary Louise Parker in Boys on the Side, playing a wild and impulsive young woman to escape from an abusive relationship. Then she was in Wes Craven's Scream, and that cemented her return to prominence. She's gone on to write, direct, produce, and star in numerous Hollywood productions. Anybody seen 50 First Dates? She was definitely in that as well. Stars that came back. Jason Bateman, Teen Wolf. From Teen Wolf to Bluff Boy, Bateman had quite a ride. He had his start in the early 80s, Little House on the Prairie series. He made his mark on Valerie, becoming the DGA's youngest ever director. Okay. Then Bateman fell into obscurity for most of the 90s, unable to make a graceful transition from teen star, including the box office flop that was Teen Wolf 2. Then came the Bluth era in the early 2000s. came back, Juno Up in the Air, Horrible Bosses, Arrested Development, did some things on Netflix. But he definitely is doing this thing now with the Ozarks. We love his acting for sure. Neil Patrick Harris, Mr. Doogie Howser, Betty White. She's a big comeback. Matthew McConaughey. Very, very, we all know A Time to Kill, really a huge deal. A huge deal. That's a big movie for a lot of us. We appreciate his acting. Matthew McConaughey, everybody. It's a comeback story. Joel Quinn Phoenix, right? Of Gladiator. And then Rob Lowe. Also a Brat Pack member. Kiefer Sutherland of The Lost Boys, resurrected his career. John Travolta, right, from Grease, then Pulp Fiction. Just you have to look at these stories, folks. And I bring them up. I don't want to bore you. Just had to give you some names, give you some foundation. The mastermind philosophy that I'm working with here ice was melting. I got to get that water down when my ice was melting. The mastermind mentality that I'm thinking of here, you look at your surroundings and you have to ask yourself, is this where I belong? Because if it's not, that's when the mastermind kicks in. You go into a zen. All of a sudden, you picture yourself with the kind of scenery you belong around. And then now you're motivated to go out and get it. And you start putting things in place to get it. So this week has been about getting it done. Getting it done is about the task, about getting your mind prepared to do your task, about looking at what your process is. As a mastermind myself, a person that's all about strategies and being a winning strategy coach, it's been really, really important for me to speak out to people about working on themselves. And now that I've rebranded my whole facade that you all see around being your winning strategies guide, it's imperative that I bring up that I'm going to fine tune it to where my programs all lead to the road of self-improvement. We take self-improvement too lightly these days. Self-improvement to young people sounds like get a new video game, get a new controller, maybe even get new parents. But self-improvement is the only way to tap in to your third eye and begin using your mastermind, to begin thinking and operating like a mastermind. If I can only share with you all just for a couple of seconds here what it was like to be me and not know that I had been living in a prison of poor decision making. I had been living in a prison of poor decision making for years. I was living in a societal prison of poor decisions. And many of you are in that same prison. Whether you're locked in your relationship, whether you're locked in based off of your social economic status, whether you're locked in because of your entry level knowledge of your job is just, very entry level position, not skilled. You're in a prison of poor decision making. Time is so valuable That's why the best use of it is self-improvement. Because at the end of an improved self comes the changed surroundings. I went off on a podcast a few months back when I was telling people flat out, this is what it is. When you're really operating in your purpose and walking in your purpose, all of your surroundings are going to change. Everything will become new. That's why I know the Bible is real. When you become a new man, and it says new man in the Bible, but you ladies, this is for you too. When you become a new being, when you truly become a new person, all things will become new. Forgive me, the apostolic Pentecostal in me is coming out. I just want you to know that there's foundational stuff out there, information out there that will help you, that will funnel you in to the you you're supposed to be. I want you to reach for the next level. I appreciate all of you for joining me tonight. I wasn't going to keep you long. I just wanted you to know that you can be an amazing comeback. You can make an amazing comeback in your sports career, like some people. You can be an amazing comeback, like some of these Hollywood stars, an amazing comeback. But for that to happen, you're going to have to bring your proximity to greatness closer. And I'm giving you that opportunity with the First Step Coaching Program. The Total Body Blueprint is for you. Reach out to me, DM me, call the hospitality hotline, 682-514-5955. Shoot me a text and just say, hey, I'm in, and I'll get you started. You need resources. You need a roadmap. You need a motivator. You need those three things for you to truly tap in to your mastermind qualities. You need those three things. I needed those three things. You need those three things. Listen to me say it. You might not believe it, but next year or next 2 years, next 3 years, when you're still where you are and you're watching me, I'm in some suite in New York or something like that, podcasting, I'm just letting you know right now. I said it to you. You need those three things. You need those three things. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Win with Taibu. I really appreciate y'all. You've been a blessing. When you overcome today's obstacles, tomorrow will feel like paradise. Taibu Mu'addib right here, ultimate salesman. If you need a nicer, newer vehicle, accept no substitute. Work with a professional this time, all right? Come on and hit me up. It's the same hotline, 682-514-5955. You don't have to be in Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas. You don't have to be here. I will transport the vehicle, but you do have to do all the information online. Hit me up, reach out to me. I'm happy to say that this Sunday, the ticket and the food are one. All right. We're going to lock that in. When you go to Eventbrite and you type in Love and Lies, Arlington, Texas, just Love and Lies, Arlington, Texas, Eventbrite, it will come right up. Get your tickets. The 2-for-1s are almost gone. Get your tickets for sure. You do not want to miss this opportunity to come out to the live podcast. This week, we're talking and discussing age gaps in relationships. Ain't no joke. It's real. Appreciate y'all. I'll holler at y'all. I'll see y'all when I see you.